And I want to welcome everybody. Welcome to the Spiritual Frontiers Fellowship August edition of our presentations. Tonight, we have Lindy Franciose with us, and she'll be speaking about practical energy techniques for grounding and healing and joyful living and the Eden technique, the Eden method, I'm sorry. Want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. If you're here for the first time, welcome. And if you're here for a repeat, welcome back. We've been on vacation last month, and we did our psychic fair in June. And we appreciate the folks that were part of that psychic fair. That definitely helped us. And it went pretty well. My name is Smith Prim. I'm the co-chair of Spiritual Frontiers Fellowship, along with Catherine Smart. Catherine is also our writer and our editor. And Kim Kasdorf, who is with us tonight, is our media director. Eileen Jenna, also here, is our program coordinator who brings the wonderful speakers to our group. Well, I wanted you to know something, and I say this every meeting, but we're here for you. We are an all volunteer run organization, and we're here to help you develop and enhance your spiritual, mystical, and metaphysical awareness and consciousness. We do that by sponsoring programs like this one tonight, is designed to facilitate your personal growth and development, and a holistic and spiritual approach to health and living. I also wanted to let you know that the program is being recorded. We think you're going to enjoy our presentation, and we are recording it. So if you don't want to be visible on the recording, just simply turn your camera off. We will have a Q&A. That is not part of our what we post to YouTube. So that won't, you could turn it back on if you want people to see, your what you look like. Usually on every meeting, and I'm going to do it tonight too, we do just a short centering. It's a 3-breath meditation. And I'm going to ask you if you could join me just either closing your eyes or just looking down, just kind of relax your vision. So we're going to take three breaths, and then we'll come right back. So if you could join me in taking your first breath in. And when you exhale out any remaining distractions or difficulties you might have had during the day. And with your second breath, breathe in love and light, and try to fill your body and your heart and your mind with love and light. And when you exhale the remaining distractions or anything that just might have been a contrary thing to your day, and bring your attention and focus to the group here. And lastly, we're going to take one more breath, more love and light in, and exhale. And we're back. So before, let's see, I'm honored tonight to introduce our speaker, Lindy Franciose. Lindy will delve into the intricacies of energy modalities, sharing her experience on the 4 foundational Eden method techniques vital for holistic wellness and healing. The Eden method, formerly called the Eden Energy Medicine, was created by Donna Eden, a brilliant, world-renowned energy healer, pioneer, and teacher. Our speaker tonight, Lindy, has been practicing for 40 years, and she is not only a practitioner of the Eden Energy Method, she is also on the faculty of that organization. She teaches all over the world. Wanted to also know, this is an important thing, this is an add-on to this particular meeting, is that Lindy will be offering private energy sessions at a special rate for the SFF community. It is on our website. That's how you would get registered. It's right there on the same page as her presentation is. During the month of August, Lindy will offer private EEM, that's the Eden method, Eden Energy Method, sessions at a price of It's $160, which is $20 off her normal session rate. If you want to learn more about it, just go to our website. The information is right there. So, as promised, I'm now going to introduce Lindy Franciose. Welcome, Lindy.
Whoa, thank you. What a lovely introduction. Thank you, Smith. And I want to thank Eileen for inviting me to SSF. This is just a real honor to be able to share this work that has totally transformed my life, and I'm so passionate about it. And there's a lot of information to share. And one of the things that is so important to know is that you're going to absorb exactly what you need to during this time we're together. You're going to be getting a lot of information. It's all going to be recorded. You'll take what is going to work for you or what rings, and then just don't worry about anything else, because energy work, as we continue to do it, is cumulative in the body. And just a little disclaimer, though, we want to let you know that the information in the presentation and the Eden method stimulates innate health, promoting mechanisms that restore the body's natural state of well-being. It does not attempt to diagnose, treat, or cure an illness. So we just wanted to give you that little bit ahead of time before we delve into it. And my story, I've been involved in this for about 40 plus years into the holistic field, and multi-licensed in all different kinds of modalities. And yet when I met Donna Eden in 2009, it was the missing link, because Donna Eden was born being able to see energy. She could look at someone, and she, in her book, Energy Medicine, which has sold thousands and thousands of copies. I think it's in 10 different languages. She and her husband, David Feinstein, also have 3 other books, you know, that you can get. But Donna, when she looks at someone, she can see their energy. She can see their meridians, their chakras, their electric system, their grid, their 5 rhythms, which is a type of energy system that we study in the Eden method that's based on traditional Chinese medicine. So she sees 9 different systems, which is phenomenal. How can you even describe something that you're seeing and put it into words that people can learn from? Well, Donna and David did it, and it made all the difference in the world. Because I would have people come to my center, and I'd use all my different tools of massage or aromatherapy or touch for health. And yet they'd come back a couple weeks later, and that professional golfer's frozen shoulder was still back. And I thought, well, I learned from Donna that we have all these systems in the body, and when something is out of balance, our body has a way of showing up and telling us about it. And it usually gets our attention when pain is involved. However, what we want to do is introduce people to this wonderful way of healing yourself before you get totally out of balance. And Donna, for example, cured herself of MS. She was given weeks to live, and she was able to cure herself through moving the energy in her body. That's never been done before. And that led her on this journey. And she is just a gift to the planet. And we're so blessed. So today you're going to be learning a lot of simple techniques. It's going to be interactive. It's going to be like a buffet. You can do them sitting there and just simply using your mind's eye to do it, especially if you aren't as flexible or able to move as others, or you can stand up and actually do them with me. And also, because the program is recorded, I just want you to really be in the moment and not worry about how did she do that? You'll have it on record. Also, if you have water with you, it's really, really important to hydrate as much as you can during this program, because it helps to move energy. I'm definitely moving mine because I'm so excited. And we're going to start. All right, so rub your hands together. These are the most powerful healing tools you could own, right? Now, see how your hands feel after just rubbing them together. Let's kick it up a notch. Take your left hand. I just want you to rub it. Did you ever have an Indian rug burn? My brothers used to do that to me. It was like, just do that on your wrist, going up to your elbow, back down, and then pull that energy off your fingers. Pull it off each finger. Go between your fingers. These are called gates. We have them on our hands and our feet. Pull all that off, shake it off. And now just see if your left hand feels different from your right. Anybody feel a difference? Just raise your hand. That's the cool piece of it. So you're going to learn how to talk to your body's energetic language. And now let's balance it out. Right around the wrist. We call them energy bracelets. Go right down, up to your elbow, right back out, and then pull that energy off your fingers, in between your fingers. Shake it off. Shake your hands. Move your shoulders. Take a breath. And when you exhale, do more of a vocalizing, a sound that also stimulates the vagus nerve. And we've been hearing a lot more about the vagus nerve and how important it is to help us calm down, especially during these challenging times. It's real important. You're going to learn a lot of wonderful things to help you stay in that balanced state. Now, some of you are just coming back from work. So let's create a little more space. Let's pull our ears. Pull them out to the side, pull them up, pull them down. Let's loosen up that fascia in our skull. Rub around the edge. Stick your fingers in your ears. Pull them off. Take another breath. Okay, good. And do a baseline check. And just check in with your body and see how you're feeling. Just see if you're noticing a little bit of a shift already. And I'm going to now start a slideshow, and I'm going to be jumping back and forth between the slides and showing you what to do, because I want to give you just a little bit of background in energy medicine. No one ever taught us how to move the energy in our body. We didn't learn it in school, right? Yet intuitively, innately, we know certain things. How many of you have gone to a gathering and it's like a family reunion, let's say, and you're so excited, to be together with, the majority of the family members. And then you have a family member, I teasingly say Aunt Marge, because Aunt Marge had a knack of showing up and everybody would be like, oh, okay, just because of the energy that she put out, and so it's just, we feel things. How many times has that little voice said, when you go out the door, grab your umbrella, and you forget, right? And guess what? All of a sudden there's a rainstorm. So I'm inviting you now to really tune into your body. Do a baseline check. Be aware when you breathe, where your breath is going into your body. If you're sitting, I invite you to take your shoes off. I invite you to get rid of any rubber-soled shoes. And if you can, take your socks off so that you're really connected with the earth. Because so many times we lose our connection. We are not grounded, and you're going to be learning a little bit more about that shortly. So I am going to, keep your fingers crossed, start this slide show. And let me know if you can see that. Can people see it? Thumbs up, yay, yay me. Okay. So there's our buddy Albert Einstein. And he said that everything is energy. That's all there is. And that's all there is to it. Match the frequency of the reality you want, and you cannot help but get that reality. It can be no other way. This is not philosophy. This is simply physics. We've heard that before, but we haven't really kind of put it all together. And this is a universal truth. Where the attention goes, the energy flows, right? So you go to that wonderful family gathering, and if your attention is going to, oh my gosh, they're not going to like the dish I made. Oh, it's too hot, it's too cold, it's too spicy. You're putting energy into that, right? Or you could go, I am so excited to be at this family gathering. The dish I made is fantastic. I can't wait to eat all the food that's there and talk and laugh and gather with my fellow, family and friends. Where the attention goes, the energy flows. So when we talk about energy, there's certain principles that Donna talks about. And energy wants to move, okay? Energy wants to move in specific patterns. And energy needs space to move. So when you feel pain in an area of your body, it needs space to move. So if you have pain anywhere in your body at the moment and you have a hairbrush, you can just tap it or use your hands to tap it, and that's going to create space because energy needs space to move. And energy also wants to cross over in small and large figure eights. And I've listened to wonderful events that are archived on the SFF website, and they talk about the caduceus, the masculine and the feminine of the symbol, and how it crosses over in figure eights. Well, that's how energy wants to move. And it seems like, oh, come on, what do you mean? Doing a little figure eight is really, going to help. I realize as I've been talking, I've been looking at myself in the little screen. I'm going to look more here now. So I had an opportunity to learn how figure eights work when I had a really, really bad accident several years ago. First time I'd ever broken anything. I was moving wet logs on a deck and I slipped and I broke my right foot and I broke my left hand. And I broke my left hand in such a way that the Raleigh hand and foot specialist said I would never have function with it again. And I thought, well, but before that, when I had broken it, I'm looking at it and it wasn't pretty. I could see a lot of things I didn't want to see. I had just come back from learning about energy medicine in Donna's first year called Foundations, because she has a 4-year program. And we learned about figure eights. And my pain was off the charts. My husband at the time was pale and, just like shaking. And I said, Spike, go get my lavender. And he ran to get that. And I started doing figure eights right on all of the breaks. And I swear the pain went from like a 10 to an 8. I was like, oh my goodness, this works. What a heck of a way to learn. And then I also, as I was going through the healing process, I used a lot of energy work on it. I used magnets, which are a powerful way to work with the energies in our body, because we're all electromagnetic frequency. That's what we are. We're positive and negative. We're yin, we're yang. We are just this huge battery. So I learned a lot of ways to heal, and I healed in 1/3 of the time. I have all function back in my left hand. And I just am so grateful for this work because it was life-saving. And I've seen miracles happen with so many of my clients and with other practitioners. I know some energy medicine practitioners are on this presentation and they've seen it too. That's why we call it magic. Oh, how can that work? You're just doing this. Well, why can't it work? Why not give it a try? What have you got to lose? You have everything to gain. So, and all of the body's energies are interconnected. So what goes on in your meridians affects your chakras, affects your electric grid, affects your Celtic weave, affects all of the 9 major energy systems of the body. And your energy is affected by other people in your environment. How many of you know you go into the workplace and there might be some person who just doesn't have the same attitude as you? That my grandmother used to call it the rotten apple in the barrel, right? And it can kind of permeate. Well, positive energy can work the same way. You know, I know we're here on the planet right now to spread love and light. I know that. I know I'm the pebble in the pond, spreading it out. And I know that everyone on this call and the people that are choosing to listen to it in the future are those pebbles in the pond where the rippling effect, we're going to help bring the balance back where it's gotten so out of balance. And the health of the body reflects the health of the body's energies. So the healthier we are, the more it's going to show up in the body. This is a picture of Donna Eden, and she's testing someone's energy. So if anyone were to come to me for a session, oh, maybe somebody needs to be muted. I heard that. Okay. So, have we got it? Okay, good. So when people come for an energy medicine session, I find out first, what's their goal? What's their intention? You know, why are you coming to see me? And I may have intuitive hits about it. However, I want the body to tell me what's going on. And through Donna's brilliant work, we learn how to test every person's body to see what's going on. So if someone comes to me and they're having insomnia, or they're having gut issues, or they're having pain in their hips, I'm already knowing, wow, what meridians are probably involved in that part of the body, what protocols in energy medicine might help. And then we're given a whole set of tests that we can do to the body. And it's similar, if any of you have ever had kinesiology done, and I did the whole program with Touch for Health, they do what's called muscle testing. Well, in the Eden method, we call it energy testing. It has nothing to do with the muscles. It has everything to do with the energy flow in the body. So we have a way to test the energy systems in the body, not all of them, because my sessions are usually 1.5 to 2 hours, and go with the ones where the body's showing up, because the body is so innately wise. It's only going to release what it's ready to. That's it. It has to feel safe, and then it will release what it's ready to. So it's a very amazing protocol and method that Donna Eden has developed to help heal the planet, because your body is designed to heal itself. We've heard that forever. We know exercise is very important. Getting enough sleep is important. Hydrating the body is important. You know, eating the proper foods, not being bombarded, you know, by the EMFs of being online all the time. Don't sleep with your cell phone, you know, by your bed. We've learned all this. And we also can learn, for example, if your body's out of balance, it can be physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. There's a way to work with it. The body is just so honored when we finally listen to it and start to work with the systems that are out of balance so it can heal. Now, where do we start? there's certain foundational things in the Eden method, and I'm just going to touch on a few of them today because we just have an hour. And again, Donna's book, Eden Energy Medicine, her book, Energy Medicine for Women. They have a book, Energies of Love. They just came out with a book, Tapping, last month. There's tremendous resources, you know, for you to get more information. You know, you can also reach out to me. And everything starts with breath. We have heard this before. You know, you've got to get the energy moving in your body. And when you see Donna, one of the things she'll say is whenever you take a breath in and you exhale, make your exhalation longer than your inhalation, because that engages the vagus nerve. The vagus nerve runs from our brain to our gut. And it is the longest nerve of the body, and it helps with the parasympathetic rest and digest system of the body, which is dealing with the sympathetic fight, flight, freeze. So in today's world, there is so much alert. People are on fight, flight, freeze, that when you catch yourself doing that, go, wait, I'm just going to breathe. Oh, what was that? Oh, yeah, I'm going to inhale and I'm going to make sure my breath is longer than my exhale. Simple yet powerful. You're going to learn about grounding. You're going to learn about strengthening the auric field, about how important it is for energies to cross over, simple ways to calm stress and anxiety, and the daily energy routine, which you can go to YouTube and type in. You can go to my YouTube station and you will see tons of information on energy medicine. However, we got to start with the benefits of smile energy. I mean, this was taken during one of the classes that my co-partner and I were teaching in the foundations the first year. And it was all about the radiant circuits in the body, which is a form of, it's an energy medicine system. It's the most ancient one in the body, way before meridians. And the radiant circuits are meant to bring joy. And when we smile, it helps activate our radiant circuits. So did you know that children smile 400 times a day? The average adult smiles 20 to 40 times a day. The typical adult smiles 20 times a day. So it seems, wow, smiling should be good, but why is it good? What is it helpful with? Well, the brain releases, when we smile, neuropeptides to help reduce stress, endorphins to help reduce pain, serotonin, a natural antidepressant, mood elevator. It increases oxygen to the brain, which helps our cardiovascular system, boosts our immunity to help ward off illness, helps you look younger and live longer. I'm all for that. You know, now that I'm, you know, in this in my golden years here. It reduces cortisol levels. It lowers blood pressure, boosts creativity, confidence, productivity, and bottom line, it elevates our mood, relaxes our body, reduces pain, and smiling is a natural drug. And for some people, it's not natural. It's like, well, you know what you do? Get a nice pencil and go like this. It will naturally engage the muscles. It only takes 17 muscles in the face to smile. It takes 43 muscles in the face to frown. So as I age, I choose to continue to look younger and healthier and more vibrant. So I smile. It's wonderful. Donna Eden, everyone who's met her She smiles all the time. It's natural. And if that's something you can learn how to do it, get a pencil. Just put it in your mouth when you're doing work. Why not? What have you got to lose? Okay. Next, we want to talk about grounding. As Donna says, like trees, we need to send our energetic roots into the earth so that they hold us steady. Why is grounding important? Well, if you have ever felt anxious, so many people are feeling anxious now, spacey, lightheaded. You're having trouble listening, learning, or you can't focus anymore. You don't feel emotionally supported. Maybe you're having trouble walking or balancing. And that really concerns you. If you're a little older or any age, we don't want to fall, you know? If you're picking up too much energy from others, some of you are much more sensitive to energy than other people are. We have many, many empaths here. Many of us are caregivers for other people. We're parents, we're teachers, we're partners, you know? So we have all this energy coming at us from different areas. How do we handle that? How do we stay that strong, flexible tree in the midst of all that's going toward us? What if we're having a challenge relating to others? If you're a teacher, that could be a real challenge. You're disconnected, you're totally on overwhelm. Those are all signs of not being grounded. The earth is a negative energy, okay? We call it yin. The heavens have a positive energy. We call that yang or yang. Our bodies are this huge battery. How many times have you gone into a room and I have a battery operated clock, and I look at the clock and I'll go, let's say it's 7:35. And I'll go, oh, wow, it was 7:35 an hour ago. So I go and I change the battery, go about my business, come back into the room. It's still 7:30. Guess what? What did I do? I put my battery in backwards. When we're grounded, we're not connected to the earth. Since sneakers were invented in, the late 50s, early 60s, I remember my first Keds, we had that rubber cushioning that totally disconnected us from the earth. We lost our ability to ground. How many times have you gone on vacation and just to be by the ocean, be in the sand with your feet in the water, or be by that lake in the mountains, or be walking barefoot in your garden after the rain has fallen and you're walking on the grass? You feel such a connection. That's a natural grounding. Many of you probably have a wonderful spot in nature where you like to sit. If you can sit and lean up against a tree, even more grounding. So there's natural ways we can ground. However, let's say you live in an apartment building and you don't have a yard and you don't have a lawn and it's raining, yet you're feeling spacey and lightheaded and you want to feel more grounded. There's things that we can do. And why is grounding beneficial? It improves our mood, improves sleep, reduces pain, reduces stress, improves wounds, improves immunity, reduces inflammation, reduces jet lag. Wow. I mean, you can learn so much. And there's all different types of, by the way, grounding and earthing products available now. And some of them are fabulous. Do your research. Some of them are absolutely excellent. So there's ways to do it. However, one of the coolest ways to do it is, if any of you have a spoon, make sure that it's stainless steel. I just put a magnet on it. All right. And if you don't have a stainless steel spoon and you have a regular spoon, that's fine, because I'm going to show you how important it is and wonderful it is to spoon your feet, along with some other techniques that are really helpful in grounding. So we're going to show you some wonderful techniques that are going to help you to stay grounded on a daily basis. And one of the first ones is the hookup. Now you'll see after the slide, I have DER. That stands for daily energy routine, which I'll talk about at the end of when we get to that. But Donna's daily energy routine was put together after working with thousands and thousands of clients. She found that there were key exercises that really, really helped them stay grounded, or help them with anxiety, or help them, with crossovers, or help them when they were in overwhelm. And that's why she put together the daily energy routine. And the hookup is one of them that's in there. And the hookup is very, very simple to do. You're going to be putting, and I will get off of, and I'm going to go from the hookup into the grounding thumb and into the Wayne Cook and into spooning your feet and the belt flow. I'm going to be doing that during this segment. So I'm going to stop the screen share and show you what a hookup is. Okay, can everybody see me? Yes? Cool. Okay, so a hookup. We have meridians that run throughout our body. We have 14 meridians, and there's two key meridians that are singles. And one is the central meridian, which starts at the pubic bone, and it comes straight up the center of the body under the chin, and it lands right at the bottom of the lip. It's called central meridian. And all of our chakras are located on this meridian, even though they expand out front and back of the body. And then we also have another meridian that runs the back of the body. It's called the governing. It starts at the tailbone. It goes up the back of the body, over the top of the head, and we end it right here above the lip, but they actually connect in the back of the throat. For many of you that study yoga and you do breath work, many times your tongue is in that place because you're connecting what's called that microcosmic orbit. All right. So by doing a hookup, you're helping to ground your body. You're helping to hook up all of the energy systems in your body, and you're helping to communicate with all of the other energy systems in your body that flow. Because remember, all of our energy systems are interconnected. So the way you do it, you find your belly button. For those of you that don't like putting your finger in your belly button, you can lay your hand over it also. However, and again, when I do a lot of these techniques, I'll use my third finger because it's the most electrical of our fingers. Each of our fingers has different meridians running off of it, just like our feet. So I use the middle finger, and it goes into my navel. And then the other one goes right between the eyebrows in what's called the third eye. And you're going to push in and you're going to pull up. Okay. And together we're going to do 4 simple breaths, inhaling with a longer exhaling, making that ha sound. Okay, ready? Just release your hands, close your eyes, and just check in with your body. See if you felt any difference. You can hold a hookup for 4 breaths, 8 breaths. When I'm working with clients sometimes and I can tell that their energy systems are really just not connecting, I might hold a hookup on someone for 10 minutes, 15 minutes until I feel that pulse, the body going, okay, we got this, we're talking. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Donna Eden, that's the first thing she does before she gets out of bed in the morning and the last thing at night. And I do it too. When I get up in the morning, I'm like, I say my prayers and then I go, wait, okay, I call everybody together. Okay, I'm choosing to have the best day ever. And I'll just hold that hook up and do several breaths before I get out of bed and start my day. And at night, the same thing. I call all my energies back home from wherever they've been. And I go, okay, I'm going to have the best sleep ever. Where my attention goes, the energy flows. So that's the hookup. The next one is called the grounding thump. And in Donna's daily energy routine, it starts off with 4 thumps. And the first one is the grounding thump. And if you go right underneath your eyes, right on that cheekbone, is stomach 2. And the stomach meridian is a yang meridian. It starts here and it flows through the body and comes off the second toe on the feet. And it's yang. So by doing this grounding thump and holding it, and you all can hold right now and either gently press it or gently thump it. By holding this, what I'm doing is I'm helping myself get out of my head and into my body. Anybody out there have a trouble getting out of their head? You do the same repetitive thoughts, the definition of insanity, and expect a different answer? You know, why not help your body handle some of that stress, some of that overload? So you just do a grounding thump. I don't like to press too hard here. Being an esthetician, I know that we have delicate blood vessels very close to the skin. And so I don't want to do a lot of hard thumping there, but I'll definitely press and rub. And I just am sending grounding, calming energy right down my body. And for some of you that are really more in tune, see if you can feel that energy flowing down your body and going right off, ideally your second toe or your feet into the ground. It's magic. It's so simple. Okay, so that is the grounding thump. And then the next one we're going to do is the Wayne Cook. The Wayne Cook is probably, it's Donna Eden's favorite one. And it's one when I work with teachers and with anyone who has had panic attacks or their stress is just off the charts and they get into overwhelm, you know, and they can't get focused and centered again. I know that their energies are not crossing over. I know their breath, they're not breathing. I know they're stuck up in their head. So what Donna taught us is called the Wayne Cook posture. And it was developed by Wayne Cook, who was a wonderful person who helped people who were stutterers. And he realized when they were doing different movements, you know, that they didn't stutter. So Donna developed what's called the Wayne Cook. And I'm going to show you different ways to do it because all of us have different levels of flexibility and agility. So when Donna does it, if you can sit and if you're able to cross, and we're going to start with, let's say, our right leg over our left, you're going to have your left hand right on your right ankle. Okay. Now, for some of you, that's not comfortable. So here's the other way you do it. And you can do this sitting down. Cross your right leg over your left. All right. So you're now either sitting or standing. And I'll keep with the sitting one. So we've got our right leg over our left. Okay. And we now take the right hand, we swing it around the, right hand, swing it around the bottom of the right foot. And my thumb is right in the middle of my pad of my foot, right there, which is a kidney point. And kidney is a yin energy that brings that wonderful yin energy up from the earth that's calming, soothing, balancing. Great, to work with if you have hot flashes. So I've got this hold now, and I'm going to take 4 breaths. All right. And as I inhale, I'm straightening my spine a little bit. So I'm getting the oxygen to flow up into my brain. And exhale. 3 more times. Now, for those of you that are standing, I'm going to show you, we're going to switch now legs. We're going to do the left leg. But I'm going to show those of you who are standing how to work your arms. I realized I didn't do that. So now for those of you sitting, left leg over, right hand on that left ankle, bring that left hand right on the top of the foot. And you're going to be doing 4 breaths. For those of you standing, when you were bringing that right hand over, you take your hands together and you flip them around. Bring your palms together and bring your hands up. And you do 4 breaths. We're still doing the right side. You can never do too many Wayne Cooks to get those energies crossing over. Okay, now we're going to switch. I straighten up again. Now I'm putting my left foot in front of my right. Palms my hands together. Put my left hand over, flip my palms, grab them, swing my arms up. See all the crossovers you're getting in your body? And now let's do 4 breaths. And now the final movement, and I'll move closer to the camera, is you bring your hands together and you form like a little steeple, all right? And you're going to bring your thumbs right up to that 3rd eye. We have all these neuroreceptors going on in the brain, and the pineal gland, pituitary gland, powerful point. 4 more breaths. And now fold your hands right into the center of your forehead. That's the Wayne Cook. And I'm now going to have you flow into another thing you're going to learn in the daily energy routine called the crown pull. Pull in, press in, and open up that crown. Get some oxygen up. We remember energy needs space to move. Shake it out. Let's go back again to the center. Press in. Pull out. Now go up to your hairline. Press in. Pull out. Good. Now keep moving right along that center suture. Pressing in. Pulling out. Creating more space. This is wonderful, wonderful for headaches. You're going to continue down the back of your body, pressing in, opening up, pressing in, opening up. Get to where your head meets your neck. Give it a good rub. Go out to those ears. Put your hands behind your neck. Pull all that tension off your shoulders. Just get rid of it. Anybody feel a little more clearer, a little more lightheaded? This is fabulous if you're a teacher, if you are someone who needs to communicate a lot in your work. How many times do you remember being in school and there were some teachers that were electrifying? You loved their class. You loved it. And there were some teachers where you couldn't follow them. It was just like they were all over the place. How wonderful if those teachers had known, before I give a class, I'm going to do a Wayne Cook. And I'm going to teach all of my students the Wayne Cook. So when I'm teaching something to them, they're in a position where they're getting energy, information flowing from the right brain to the left brain. They're getting those energies to cross over and to connect so that they can learn better. Wonderful for dyslexia, wonderful for ADHD. Wayne Cook is just excellent, excellent exercise, which is why Donna has it in her daily energy routine. And then the other one that I love to do that helps connect your upper body and your lower body, and you can do it sitting down, but I like to do it standing up. It's called the belt flow. And you're going to start with your hand behind your back. This is a powerful energy point. And you're going to put your other hand right here. And the purpose of a belt flow is to help connect our upper body and our lower body, help connect our chakras. How many times have you gone into a room and gone, what did I come in here for? You know, it's just like we're all over the place. Belt flow. So check, see how you feel. All right. And now we're going to take one hand back, one in front, and we're going to pull that energy from the back to the front of our body. Just pull it. Go up a little higher under your rib cage. Go a little over your hips. Open that flow up. And now pull all that energy down off your foot and give it to Mother Earth. All right. And now we're going to start on the other side. Swing it around. You swing around from the back to the front, back to the front. Feel that energy moving. Go down by your hips. Go by your waist. Underneath the rib cage. Open it up. And then big, strong, full hands. Pull it off your feet. Okay, that's the belt flow. Anybody feeling a little bit of that's probably one of my top 3 favorite exercise in the Eden method. I love belt flow. I'll do it in between clients. Again, when I find I'm scattered, it's like, okay, Lindy, come on, let's get everybody home. So belt flow is absolutely wonderful. And then the last one that I was telling you about has to do with the spoon. It's called spooning the feet. And we talked earlier about the body having electromagnetic charge. Well, our feet are connected to the earth. And a wonderful way to open them up is by opening up the gates. Just like we did with our hands, we can do it with our feet. Let me just stick this spoon in my pocket there for a minute. Okay, so you can take your foot, if you can reach your foot, or if you have a stool in front of you or a desk, you know, something you can rest it on, an ottoman. Let's start with our left foot, all right? Just like we started with the left hand, just the left foot. And I want you to go down and just spread the top of your foot open. Just spread, spread, spread. Pull energy off your toes. Now go down to the ball of your foot. Pull energy off your foot. Rub your Achilles, rub your ankle, and now go between each toe. This is a gateway. And we have all these meridians that run off the feet. Just press in between each gateway and open up those gates. And pull the energy off each toe. Just pull it off. Give it a little tap like in Qigong. Sit down. And how does your left foot feel? Feel a little more alive? Better able to support you and give you balance? All right, now let's do the other foot. Again, stretch it. Top of the foot. By the way, the top of our foot reflexes a lot of our respiratory system. Wonderful for opening that up. Spread the bottom of the foot. Squeeze your heel. Rub your Achilles, rub your ankles. Hormonal points on the feet. The feet are a whole nother wonderful energy class. And now the top of the foot, go between those gates. Open up those gates. Open them up. Yeah. And then pull the energy off those toes. Give it a little tap, 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 tap. And now, see how you feel. Now where the spoon comes in, and I actually have a couple of clients that have shared with me how they spoon. And one of them is a mom, and we were having a session one day, and I always have spoons. I'm spooning clients' feet, showing them how to use them. And I put a spoon underneath each of her feet because she's a multitasker, and she said, well, why couldn't I use a spoon under each foot? And I said, you could. Someone else has a stainless steel dog bowl, and they sit there with their feet on the stainless steel dog bowl. That's fine. It's just you're opening up those pathways. So this one mom in particular, when she's waiting in the line at school, if any of you ever have to wait to pick up your kids, it can be she takes her spoons out and she has them underneath her feet, and then she's doing the thumps. So while she's waiting in line, she's getting her energy work in, because remember, it's cumulative and the body responds more quickly the more you use it. So when we go to spoon the feet, and again, when you do this later on, just do one foot at a time. I have had more clients who are older with balancing issues that have said this has been a godsend for them. It helps. They spoon their feet and then they just walk so much better. They feel so much more connection. And if someone is in bed and you're a caregiver, you can spoon their feet. You can do it for them. You can spoon anywhere in the body. You can spoon your head. It doesn't matter. If just, do it. What have you got to lose? You have everything to gain. All you do is you take your spoon, and I'm just rubbing it on the bottom of my foot. And I'm rubbing it all over my foot. I'm rubbing my toes. I'm rubbing the inside. I'm rubbing my ankles. I'm rubbing the top of my foot. I'm rubbing, 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 rubbing. And then I flip the spoon, if your feet aren't really, really ticklish, and I open up those pathways in my feet even more. I pull the energy off my toes, and then I'll finish up in figure eights on my feet. And that's how you spoon. Very, very simple to do. It doesn't take long, yet it's a simple way to, like I said, let's say you can't get outside and it's raining. You can go, wait a minute, I can spoon. I have people that have spoons at their desk at work, in their handbags, in their briefcases. It doesn't matter. As Nike says, just do it. So that's spooning. All right. And I think we're doing pretty good on time-wise. So now what I want to get to, I'm going to have a drink of water. If anybody else, I invite you to hydrate. I get so excited. Okay, so we've covered grounding. Now I'm going to share my screen again. And we're going to get into strengthening the auric field. Now, Donna, whenever we go to see her, those of you on the call who have met her, you know she can see everything. And when she sees you, she just lights up, and she'll, you know, I'm so blessed to be a faculty member because I've been able to talk to her, and she'll, you know, just talk about, you know, share different things and you know, about the aura, and she sees all that. She sees the aura, and the aura is constantly changing. And if you ever look at biblical pictures like of Christ, you know, and the angels, those halos was actually their auric field that was emanating from them. And they have now done studies where they have used cameras and they can record the auric field. And it shows a picture of a mom who's sitting there and her in a yoga position, and her aura is just flowing out around her. And then her little child comes in and sits in her lap, and her aura gets even bigger. It's just an amazing energetic system, and everything on the planet has an aura. Animals, my little Sparky over there, plants, rocks, trees. We've had some clients who can see auras, and they see the auras of the trees, and they see chakras in the trees. I mean, everything is energy, just like Einstein said. So everything has an auric field. And the reason it's so important to know about working with your aura is because of the importance of it. The aura is critical for our survival. Donna calls it our energetic spacesuit that surrounds us and protects us. And it's our first line of defense. It sends energies out into the environment, and it filters energies into the chakras and the body. And illnesses are reflected in the aura before they manifest in the physical body. Where the attention goes, the energy flows. So our thoughts are so important because they're all connecting to how the energies are flowing, and especially how strong and resilient our auric field is. They're influenced by our physical health, by our emotions. Do you ever remember, think back to school dances, when, for those of us that remember those, or the prom, well, let's say a school dance, and you're with your girlfriends, and you're, you know, someone asked you to dance, and oh, you're having such a good time, or maybe nobody asked you to dance. You always saw that person in the corner who was just like, oh, you know, their aura was just so collapsed. Someone who is very ill, very frail, their aura is just so collapsed in their body. It doesn't have resiliency. And then you look at the Olympics and you see like Simone Biles, whose aura, her energy is off the charts. I mean, it's just like, boom, confidence, strength, you know. So our aura is influenced by how we interact with our energies. And if negative energy leaks into the body, if we don't have a strong auric field, it impacts us. So strengthening and clearing the aura is very, very important for the health of the entire body because it can benefit all of the energy systems. And there's very simple ways to do it. Oh, okay, we're going to get to that one in a minute. But the ways to work with the aura are, well, I think I'll go into this one. One of the ways, though, to do it before we get any further, I'm going to stop the share. Okay. One of the ways to strengthen the aura is simply to stretch. Now, our aura usually extends to our fingertips. Okay. So you get up in the morning, what does an animal do? Stretches. Okay. And stretch behind your back. Okay, just stretch your legs. Stretch your legs. You're strengthening your auric field. And another way to strengthen the aura is the figure eights. Remember, I talked about that before, even though we can't see these subtle energies. Now, there may be some of you that can see energy like Donna. I feel them. I feel energies. I can see some things now. However, I really feel the energy. So remember we talked about figure eights? One of the best ways to strengthen your auric field is to start doing figure eights. Okay? You can do them all around your body. Put on some music. Just do figure eights. You can do them big ones. You can do them really, really big. You can do them behind your back. You can grab that energy towel and do right down your back. You can do the front to the back. Big figure eights, 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 eights. If you have, and then just smooth that auric bubble down. Yeah. If you have heart, let's say challenges, do eights around your heart. And when you're all done and you feel really complete, you put your hands back to back over your head. Imagine, just ask your body, what color is my aura? And it can change from day to day. And let's say teal comes up. You just fill your body with that beautiful color of teal, filling up your auric field, your energetic spacesuit, and connecting it right to your body. Now, for those of you that have poi balls or want to get something that's a lot of fun, these are called poi balls. You can get them on Amazon. You can get them on Donna's daughter, Titania, Energy Medicine Woman's website. But a poi ball is a wonderful way to also work with the auric field. And it's also going to work with crossovers, which we're going to get to in a minute. But you simply, how hard is it? I'm going to hit my fan, so I don't want to do it too hard, but you can use a poi ball and make it fun. And if you tend to be a little more balanced or whatever, you can start to do 2 poi balls. So there's a lot of ways to start to work moving the energy in your body. Belt flow is also a wonderful way to work with the auric field, and you already know how to do that. All righty, so let's go back to calming stress and anxiety. So did you know that it is impossible, and I invite you all to try it, it's impossible to feel stressed out and calm at the same time? You can't do it. You absolutely can't do it. You know, it's about choice. Where the attention goes, the energy flows. So when that stress comes in, how do we handle it? One of the first things, you know, I notice, and you probably notice, when you get stressed out, you hold your breath, right? So one of the things you can do when you feel stressed out is go, wait a minute, I just got to breathe. I just got to take a breath in Make my exhalation longer than my inhalation. That's one way to work with it. Another way is just to gently stroke your neck. If you've got some bad news or you're just feeling stressed out, stroke your neck. This helps calm the vagus nerve. Just gently stroke it. Just go, whoa, body, we can handle this. We can handle this. Everything is energy. I'm choosing to move my energy. I'm not going to get stressed out, because when we're in the stress mode, the oxygen leaves our brain and goes to our hands, our arms, and our legs, so that we can either flee or fight or freeze. Fight, flight, freeze. Sympathetic nervous system kicks in, our survival. Thank God for it. However, in today's world, we're perceiving so many things as a threat. Stress levels are off the chart. And there are some very, very challenging things going on. And it's really important to be able to get back to where, wait a minute, I got to be able to get that blood back up into my brain so I can handle what's ever going on. I can breathe. I can gently stroke my neck, or I can do what's called the forehead hold. And our bodies were designed amazingly. And when you see someone who's stressed out, how many times have we seen pictures and they're like this, or they're like, okay? Well, the two main stress points on the body for calming us down are located on the forehead. And this is called the forehead hold. And when you feel stressed out, or when you go to bed at night, you want to turn down the noise in your mind, do a couple breaths, do a hookup, and you can put one hand on your forehead, the other one behind your head, prop your arms up on pillows so that you're comfortable, and just do some breaths. Just do some breaths. If you're at work, let's say, and you've gotten some stressful news, or it doesn't have to be at work, it could be anywhere. Just put your elbows on the table and rest your chin in your hands. Remember that grounding thump we did in the 4 thumps that was so calming? Okay, you're calming yourself down. You've also got your hands on other energy parts of the body. I'm right behind my ears in a little indentation. You're also in other parts of your body. This helps calm you down and breathe. It gets the oxygen back up into your brain so that you can think more clearly. And when you hold these points and you're thinking of the stressor, then remember everything is balanced, the yin and the yang. Then say, oh, bring in the thoughts that bring you joy. You know, think of whatever brings you joy. You know, your children, your grandchildren, your pets, you know, a beautiful note you received from someone, the flowers you're growing in your garden, whatever brings you joy. Fill your body up, fill your body up, fill your body up. So that neurovascular hold is very, very powerful. And then Donna also teaches what's called the triple warmer smoothie. And there's a pathway that starts right here at the temple, and it drops down to the ear, goes behind the ear, down the neck, and then it ends right here by the collarbone. This is on a meridian that governs fight, flight, freeze, which is called in the Eden method, triple warmer. And this meridian is on both sides of the body. So it's called bilateral because it's on the right side and the left side. So when we're doing a triple warmer smoothie, The triple warmer meridian runs in a specific direction, which is from the ring finger, it's yang, so it's on the top of the arm, up the neck, shoulders, neck, behind the ear, ends on the temples, both arms, okay? Think of the shoulder pain, think of your neck pain, think of your headaches, okay? Think of the pounding. Triple warmer. You want to take that energy out of triple warmer. You want to calm it down. So triple warmer smoothie goes in the opposite direction. You take the energy out. So you put your hands on both temples, you inhale. Exhale, drop down to the opening of your ear. Go behind your ear, down your neck to your shoulders, and then pull it off. We'll do that again. Start at your temples, inhale. Drop down to your ears, behind your ears, down your neck to your shoulders. Take a breath, pull it off. That's called the triple warmer smoothie. And that is wonderful for calming stress. We've talked about figure eights and crossovers and how wonderful they are for grounding and moving our energy. And then the daily energy routine, as I said, Donna developed, and it's quick and it's easy. It takes 5 minutes a day. For those of us that know more techniques and we want to add it to it, might take 6 minutes, might take 10 minutes. Doesn't matter. It might take 1 minute. If all you're doing is a hookup and figure eights, that's great. Whatever you're doing, you're moving the energy in the body because this helps build your immune system, gives you energy. You feel younger. It gets rid of pain and you feel more vital and joyful with your life. So the daily energy routine involves the 4 thumps. And we did the first one, which was the grounding thump. The second one, you find the little indent in your neck and your collarbone. And just below your collarbone, you find the indentation, go down and out a little bit. If you press there, it might be tender. This is the second thump. This is the end of that kidney meridian that starts in your foot and brings yin energy up. So you give that a good thump. Notice I'm not going lightly. Now, if someone is elderly and you're doing it to them, be gentle, be gentle. But this is the second thump. So the first thump brings the yang energy down. The second thump brings that yin energy up. And then the third thump is the thymus. It's right in that sternum. This helps boost the immune system. And then the fourth thump, you find the end of your rib cage on the side seam of your body, right here. And that's the end of your spleen meridian. And our spleen meridian has to metabolize life, toxins, the environment, the foods we eat, our emotions. It's a yin energy. It's a yin organ. Our spleen is located here. Our liver is here. They're yin energies. They work 24/7. They're exhausted. So if you're having a problem losing weight, good chance your energies aren't crossing over and your spleen is exhausted. So that's the fourth thump. Crossover shoulder pulls. You just pull the energy down from one shoulder to the next. Very simple. And then cross crawl. You can go like this. Anyone who's a runner or a walker, you're getting a cross crawl exercise in. Do it behind you. Get that energy going behind you. Cross crawl. If you want to have more fun, use your poi balls. Just start with one. One on one side and then cross it over. One on the other side and then cross it over. And then you can work your way up to more. So any type of cross crawl is good. The Wayne Cook, we've already learned. Again, it's great for overwhelm, for learning, ADHD, dyslexia, balance, calming. If you suffer from acute anxiety or panic attacks, Wayne Cook is lovely. Crown pull we did. Connecting heaven and earth is the most ancient of all of the exercises on record. I'm going to show you that in a moment, followed by the zip up, and you already know how to do the hookup. So I'm going to stop the share because we're almost done here, and we're going to do connecting heaven and earth. This is a great do if you only going to choose one exercise. Man, this one is excellent. You can do it standing up. You can do it sitting down. I went to school with a student who had rheumatoid arthritis and was bedridden when she was 23 years old. She heard about Donna's work and she just did the Connecting Heaven and Earth when she was lying in bed. She'd do it for 20 to 30 minutes a day. And she actually went through the whole program with us and she got her health back. Isn't that beautiful? So connecting heaven and earth, you rub your hands together, shake them off. And you want to have your feet about hip width apart, nice and flat on the floor. When your hands are on your thighs, you're grounded. So we're going to take a deep breath in, swing our arms up and down into a prayer position. And then you're going to stretch one hand up flat to the heavens, the other hand flat to the earth, and you're going to come back to the center. And then the other side, going to stretch one hand up to the heavens, the other down to the earth, and come back. And we're going to do it 2 more times, adding breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let's add a little more stretch. Inhale. You're getting spleen and liver meridians stretching. Other side. Inhale. Radiant circuits. Love this. Exhale. Now come back to center and fold over like a rag doll. Let your head relax, your arms relax, and do 2 deep belly breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. And one more. And now come up doing figure eights. However you want to do them. You can do them like this. You can do them like this. Whatever works for you. Start coming up with those figure eights up into that auric field and backs of the hands together. Slowly lower them down. This is wonderful also if you have high blood pressure. Great to do. Hands on your thighs and finish on your heart. That's connecting heaven and earth. And then we want to zip it all in, right? So you got yourself. So now zip that in. 1, lock it and throw away the key. 2, 3, and we want to remember governing. You got your back. You got your own back. Come up, governing meridian over the top of the head. I always like to do it in 3s again. You don't have to, but I do. So we zipped it up and then we finish with a hookup. So this is the last thing. Push in, pull up. Let's do 4 breaths. And now check in with your body. See how you feel from when we started. See if your body feels a little bit different. See if you feel more alive, more flexible. I'm going to just show you these last two screens. This has a lot of resources listed on it, and it has my contact information and Donna Eden's website, edenmethod.com, and her daughter, energymedicinewoman.com. Her daughter works a lot with children. So for those of you that are maybe child educators, she has a plethora of information, a lot of cool stuff. And then those are Donna's books that she offers. And that's all available for you. And then I just want to thank you all so much, for taking the time out tonight and just joining in this presentation, because truly, I know this from the bottom of my heart. When you change your energy, you change your life. So I just want to thank you so much for being here tonight. And I'm going to stop the little slideshow. And I think we're on time.
That's excellent. Everybody, I want to thank Lindy and everybody. Let's give her a hand. Thank you.
Oh, wow.
Do some figure eights while you're doing it.
Thank you. Yeah.
But I think one of the things about Spiritual Frontiers Fellowship is when we have speakers that actually they teach you something and they have you do it, and that you can take away with you. That is so valuable, and we thank you so much for that.